Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session. You are watching Diversity of Living Organisms Part 2. In the Part 1, we started the diversity in plants. Under that, two activities we have completed. The third activity we have been started. The activity 1, observation of plants. So different plants we have collected and we observed the length of the leaf, width of the leaf, color of the leaf, shape and size of the leaf, margins of the leaf and venation of the leaf. Means completely about the structure of leaf in the plants we have observed, external structure. Okay, in the activity 2, we observe the external characteristics of plants, especially whether it belongs to monocot or dicot. Okay, we observed the length of the stem, length between the nodes, isn't it? Leaf venation and flowers, whether it is single or borne in groups, and the number of petals, number of sepals. And we observe the root system, whether it is taproot or fibrous root, isn't it? And in the experiment 3, activity 3, we observe the seeds. Okay, name of the seed. We have collected some 7 types of seeds. Okay, like green gram, red gram, Bengal gram, wheat, paddy, groundnut, maize. We soaked in the water and we conducted a simple experiment. We pressed the corn seed or maize seed between the fingers and a small white portion come out. What is that? That is nothing but the embryo or baby plant. Okay. So and we filled the table, the color of the seed, name of the seed, color of the seed, shape and size of the seed, and the number of cotyledons the seed leaves. Okay. So more about that experiment. We continue observation of the seeds, monocot and dicot plants. Are you ready, children? Let us proceed. Diversity in plants, activity 4. That is observation of different characters of monocot and dicot plants. So collect the plants or the pictures of the whole plant to complete the table. The table is given here. That is the 6 different plants: maize, paddy, grass, beans, green gram, groundnut. Okay. So you collect these plants, either pictures or the whole plant, to complete this activity. Here, as we finish our activity, we would have established some common characteristics of land plants. Those having 2 seeds, 2 seeded leaves, they are called the dicotyledons, while those having single seed leaf, they are called monocotyledons. Okay. So for example, maize, okay, the number of cotyledons only 1, so it is a monocotyledon. So its root system is fibrous root system. Paddy, 1 cotyledon, monocot, fibrous root. Grass, 1 cotyledon, monocot, single root, that is fibrous roots. Beans, 2 cotyledons, dicots. So here root system, taproot system. Green gram, dicotyledons. Okay, taproot system. Groundnut, dicotyledons. Okay, like that. Some more seeds and plants you can observe, and you can, if it is a maize, parallel venation. Okay, paddy, parallel venation. Grass, paddy, parallel venation. And beans, green gram and groundnut, reticulate venation. Mesh like, net like leaves. Okay children, you are following. So the experiments which we have conducted, this is a conclusion about the monocot and the dicot. Okay, nothing new we have done. We have just observed the external characteristic features and we have decided it belongs to monocot or dicot. Okay, let us continue the activity. They share some common characteristics like venation. Dicots have reticulate venation, that is branched, while monocots have parallel venation. Okay, the parallel venation example maize, paddy, grass, and reticulate venation example beans, green gram, and groundnut. Okay, so by doing the above activity, we can understand how grouping is done in biology by observing the similarities and differences among diverse groups in the sample under study. Okay, so here the monocot plant, you can see a dicot plant. How is the flower? How is the flower? So in the monocot plant, this is a grass plant, a maize you can take here. This is the maize plant. Okay, so here the leaves show parallel venation. The seed is only one seed leaf is present, one cotyledon is present. And if you take this is a dicot, it is a Bengal gram plant. Okay, here the seed having two cotyledons. Okay, and if you see the leaf here reticulate venation, mesh like. Okay, so the externally we can, by means of external features, we can divide, and you observe the root system. Here only fibrous roots, there is no main root, whereas here the main root is present. Okay, tap root system, it is fibrous root system. So based on these few external characteristic feature, root system and the leaf venation and the number of seed leaves, we divided, we grouped the plants into monocot and dicot. Okay children, some internal differences are also there, that also you have studied in 8th class. The internal structure, the plant tissues you have studied no in the 9th class. So in that also we have discussed. Okay, so let us proceed. Now the activities related to the plants we have finished. Okay, by doing the activities we have understood how grouping is done in the biology by observing the similarities and differences among the diverse groups in the sample under study. We will do some similar exercises, experiments with animals now. Okay, so the activity number 5, that is the observation of external characters of insects. You know about insects, you heard the common insects like housefly, butterfly, mosquito, ant, beetles, isn't it, cockroach. So there are so many insects. Collect housefly, mosquito, ant, dung beetle, butterfly, moth, and cockroach from your surroundings. Okay, observe them carefully. Take the help of a magnifying glass or hand lens to get a closer view. And are all insects of the same size or shape? No, they are of different size, they are of different shapes. So what differences did you observe with regard to legs? Okay, the differences, there are very less differences are there with regard to the legs. Most of the insects which are above, they are attached to the body, they are jointed appendages. Okay, so you can fill this table. Name of the insect. Okay, you can write the housefly, the number of legs 6 or 3 pairs, the number of wings. Okay, 1 pair, 2 pair, you can count. Then color, then shape, size, body parts, whether the body is single or segmented. So other characteristic features which we have observed, you can fill the table. Similarly, mosquito, similarly ant, beetle, butterfly, moth, cockroach, like that all these. If you take a cockroach, 6 legs are present, a pair of wings are present, okay, the color brownish color, the shape conical shape, the body is segmented, okay, like that all the characteristics you can mention in this table. Okay, so what differences did you observe with regard to the wings? Wings, in some insects only a pair of wings are present, and in some insects 2 pairs of wings are present. The color is also, some are transparent and some are brownish in color. Okay, for example, if you see the butterfly, the colorful wings are present, isn't it? The beautiful color. Is there any relationship between the number of wings and the legs? Yeah, definitely. Did you find any 2 insects with same characteristics? Yeah, house flies and the moths. Okay, the beetles and the moths, they are similar. The wasps and honeybees, they are similar. If yes, display in the class, and if no, you can note down the differences in your notebook. So even though all these are insects and you see that they show several differences, can you find at least one character that is similar to the whole group? Yes. What is that? 3 pairs of legs, 6 legs is the one character which is similar in the group. Okay, so this is the character, number of legs, this will match. If the number of legs are 6, then it come under the group insects. Okay, so how did you group insects? Would it be based on the number of body segments or the number of legs they have? Based on the number of legs. The examples of the insects given above are of different species, means they are of different. Housefly, mosquito, butterfly, cockroach, they are all different species. So hence they show a lot of difference and we say they are diverse. Diverse means different. They show variations. Okay, if we were to compare insects of the same type, that is to say 2 houseflies, we would perhaps still find some differences, and these would be variations. Okay, so close matching. You can observe 2 cockroaches, you can observe 2 mosquitoes, you can observe 2 butterflies. They show close similarities, but even though the species are same, means same type, you will find some differences if you observe very keen. Okay, so those differences are called variations. So let us see some variations that are present in human population, means human beings, we people. So first let us see the insects. You can see here this is having how many legs? It is different. So this wasp is having 6 legs. So it is also, the beetle is having 6 legs. It is having 6 legs. The cockroach, these 2 are similar. Okay, having 6 legs. The butterfly, and if you take this, it is different. The spider not belongs to this insects group. Okay, if you take this locust or a grasshopper, it is also having 6 legs. But if you take the scolopendron, okay, it is having 100 legs, but the similarity is jointed legs. Here also jointed legs. So they belongs to insects group. Okay. The activity 6, the variation in animals, the external characters. Do this activity. The variation means the difference between the species is always greater than the variation within the species. Okay. The presence of differences between the organisms of same species is called variation. So do this activity. What is that activity? Activity number 6. The activity number 6 is variation in animals, external characters. Okay. You have to divide yourself into the groups. Each group at least 10 children. Draw the table in your notebook and fill it. So after observing the table, try to answer the following question. So you have to fill this table. Name of the student. So means we are trying to find the variations in human beings. This is the activity. Simple activity, you can easily understand. So among yourself you divide into groups. Then observe the name of the child, name of the student, and height. How much height? Okay, in feet you can, with the help of tape. And weight. Okay, weighing machine, portable weighing machine is available. How many kgs? 20 kgs or 25 kgs, whatever it may be, according to your age group. Then the length of your fingers, 4 fingers. Okay, means hands. Hand fingers you can take the length. Then thumb impression you can take. Thumb impression with the help of a stamp pad. Press it and have a thumb impression. Okay. So name of the student, height, weight, thumb impression, means the size, length of the finger, then thumb impression, palm, length and width of the palm. You can take and compare with 5 or 6 of your group. Okay, you will find a lot of variations. So after observing the table, try to answer the following questions. Which character help you to make the maximum number of groups? Which character helps you to make the maximum number of groups? So you will find the maximum diversity in this impression. Which characters helps you to have just a single individual in a group? So this is the character. Thumb impression will makes will isolate each and every one. It is not same. Okay, the height may be the similar class, similar height will be there, most of you, and weight also to some extent, and the length of palm and width of the palm and thumb impression will show some variation. So compare your group table with that of the other group. Other 10 members are there, no? And note down the differences you found. Okay, children? Let us continue the activity. Did you find the same observations of any 2 students in your class? Not at all. You might have observed that no 2 thumb impressions are alike. It is a very, very specific character of an individual. Thumb impression, fingerprints. Okay. Is there any other structure in the human body that is as unique as the thumb impression? What is it? Okay, that is the iris. Okay, the eyeball color, and the iris image, it is not similar. So that's why in the preparation, I think you might have seen these Aadhaar cards. Okay, they will take iris and thumb impression. That is the unique for an individual. So finally we come to conclusion. We have variations in human beings, variations in animals. Human beings are not exceptional. There are variations in all animals. Okay, so you have to reveal the results of the activity. You have to discuss among your group, and finally come to conclusion. Discuss with your subject teacher. Okay, and confirm. Okay, children, let us proceed. Okay, in the next class, more characteristic features of the living organisms which help us to understand the concept of diversity in living organisms, we will continue. Okay, read a textbook. Okay, thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.